am back from a long time off. I made a move to Tennessee from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm absolutely loving it. So I thought I'd make this video today while I packed my orders. Now typically I sell 10 to 15 items a day, and Mondays I can be as high as like 40, 45 items. And so today is such a light haul. I only have 15 orders to ship, but it is December 22nd, so I'm going to assume that it's because of the holidays. And if any of you know my niche is actually selling, please ignore the mess. I'm gonna make some, in the future I'm gonna make some videos and I'm going to explain the chaos and what me and my husband are up to. But basically what I do is I sell parts off of baby gear. That is my niche. That's all I sell right now. I am going to get ready to open up another store, and we'll talk about that as I am packing. So let's get right to it. That was way too long of an intro, but if you haven't been to my channel, my name is Susan from How Groovy Is This? And that is how you can find me on eBay if you want to just check out my sales. I'm the real deal, fully transparent. Now, I ship all my... Wow, I just can't find my voice. My families and friends would tell you that's nuts because I can always find my voice. And if you hear a little bit of two different dialects in my speech is sometimes I speak Southern, not because I was born and raised here, but it's just a fun thing me and my son do, and sometimes it comes out in my everyday life. And now that I live in Tennessee, sometimes it kind of feels appropriate. I love Tennessee, by the way. No mocking Tennessee and the way they talk. So I ship all my items individually. And the reason why I do that is because I do not want to mix up an order with another label. Sometimes that can happen if you pack everything and then you go to print your labels and labels get mixed up because people interrupt you. So if you do them one at a time, I just feel in the long run, it's not worth saving the time to bulk ship them. Maybe when I'm doing 100, I would rethink that situation. But right now I just do them individually, and that's so I don't mix up the labels. Now I went years without using a thermal label printer. I use Munbine? I don't know how to say that word. But I do like the product. I think it's reasonably priced. And I have had no problems whatsoever with that. So let's see. Now I also, another thing I want to point out is that I actually, when I don't do calculated shipping, when I ship my orders, I have been doing this so long, I don't know, 18 years, something like that. Maybe more, 19 years. I've been on eBay for quite some time. So I kind of know, I get a sense of how much something is going to weigh. Now I sell a lot of the same items over and over and over again. So if I screw up and I see that I have a fixed rate, because I don't use calculated, I use fixed rate, I will up the price and fix it that way. So, all right, we got one done, 14 to go, and I got to beat the mailman. So one of the best things I found from living in Tennessee is I get my carrier, he comes to my front porch. It is absolutely amazing. I just bag them, they leave me bags, and they come and they pick up my items. So I'm living rural. And so a lot of people say, well, to get to Crossville, it's gonna take you 25 minutes. To get to Monterey, that's where my post office is, it's gonna take you 15 minutes. You're gonna just be driving a ton. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I get Walmart to deliver my food, and I have the postman come pick up my stuff. So I don't even need to leave. I love it here. So relaxing. So next item we're gonna ship is this little hanging-abobber for a Fisher Price jumperoo, or some type of a a Fisher Price jumperoo. As you can see, I have set up my shipping area. It's kind of a mess right now, but I'm kind of a mess. I'm a little bit of a squirrel. I start stuff and end stuff, and so there it is. So if you're like me, leave me a comment below and tell me that you kind of get in that habit as well. This one's not wanting to fit very well in this box. I typically ship most of, I would say a bulk of my shipping is done in 2-size boxes, which is really kind of crazy. But I probably carry about 10 to 15 different size boxes. If I find that I list a new product and I don't have a box that fits it when it goes to ship, then I have to stop and make a Frankenstein box. So what I will do as soon as that happens, I will go and find, I've actually, eBay is a great source, but I'll jump on Amazon as well, and I will look for boxes for the size that I need. And then that way I can, I don't have to make Frankenstein boxes. If you don't know what a Frankenstein box is when you have to take and cut down a box, or you have to put 2 boxes together. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to ship. And if you're using free boxes, I get it. But since I'm shipping a lot of the same items, I want to make it simple. And as a matter of fact, I will put the box size in the notes. So if I'm having somebody to help me ship, they can look in the notes and they can actually see the note that tells them exactly what size box that they need. All right, so let's continue on. I'm shipping a mobile. These are kind of expensive to ship. They need a specific box. I guess I could send them in a padded envelope, but I feel like the box just gives it a better appearance. There's a lot of marketing things that I'm not doing. I am creating a website on Shopify with howbigyisis.com. It's kind of nice. It integrates pretty nice with eBay. It takes me a little bit of time. I haven't done a lot of research on Shopify to see how I can create those new listings quicker. It's not very hard to do it on Shopify, but once I go to hold on, I think we're shaking. Let's see if I stopped it. Once I go on Shopify, super easy to do a listing on Shopify, and then you can connect to eBay and it will push all the pictures and it grabs some of the information, but some of the information I have to put in manually. And that's the manage payments I have to pick, but it does pull in all your policies. So I don't know. I just haven't found a quick way to do it, but Shopify is nice because I won't ever lose those listings. I can archive them if I want. If an item becomes to a point where I can't source the products anymore. So, but that's how I started doing it. It's just taken me a while. Maybe if I hired somebody, it'd be a lot quicker to get all those listings that are on eBay onto Shopify. Now, when I list something new, of course, I'm listing it on Shopify first, of course, and then I'm pushing it through to eBay. And so as time goes on, I'll eventually have everything on there. I don't think I have set my store to live, or I think I'm missing something. I haven't gotten any orders. Off of Shopify, but I do believe once I figure it out, that I'm just, there's something I must not be doing right. So, but I haven't had enough listings on Shopify. I think I have a little over 200 listings on Shopify. I just didn't feel like it was enough to make it worth my while right now. So, but I'm getting a lot more listings on there. So I really do need to get on there and get that store going and push some orders to there, because we all know that it's going to be a lot cheaper for me to sell on Shopify. Can you hear the dogs barking? They drive me nuts. They see a squirrel and they bark. Let's see, what else can we talk about today? So you already know I love Tennessee. I am here by myself for right now. My husband is still in Phoenix. He's going to come out next month. I'm going to go fly back one way, and he's going to come back here for a month. His company has let him, they have agreed for him to work remotely, off and on. So he's gonna come back for a month to 6 weeks. So that's nice. Maybe I can get some honeydews done. As you can see in the background, I'm kind of in the process of repainting the entire house. There's some wallpaper, taking the wallpaper down. I want to replace all the hardware, fixtures, and all the things. So right now the living room is my shipping station and my photography station. I redid the garage during the summer, painted it, put in flooring, that epoxy shield, and I have most of my inventory out there outside in the garage. So I just had socks on this morning. It was a little chilly on my feet. My toes are frozen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't remember what I packed. I'm just gonna double check and make sure that I got the right thing in here. It's better to be safe than sorry. I do try to give the customers a good experience, that the item that they receive is clean, it is functional, all the things, and it is never more disappointing to a mom or a grandparent. And I think I have daycares that buy stuff to you. Oh, it's that one. So it's been a great business. My sales have grown a ton in the last 3 months, and I think it's probably because of my sourcing ability. Now, my husband's still in Phoenix, so I can still source from the same place that I was sourcing from. And then I have some people there, the ladies who used to work for me in Phoenix, they can actually take apart packages and repackage them and send to me. Now we've done some of that, but I do need to find a source closer. So I'm just a little concerned that I'm going to be able to find that source. So I'm going to give my source a couple months to see, because I didn't buy for several months. I was just really going through this enormous death pile I had when I moved here. I think it's a 20 by 10. No, it's not a 20 by 10. It's like 240 square feet. And I pretty much filled it up with eBay, merchandise, death pile stuff that wasn't listed. Now, what's really good again about what I do is, and if you have the ability to do this, is I basically, once I get a listing done, I'm just adding inventory. I'm adding quantity to the inventory. All right, let's see what else I got. This is from I don't know if you can see. I'll show you some of the stuff I sell. But you're welcome to go to my eBay store. How groovy is this? Oh, that's not, yeah, it's really not the name of the store. I don't know, maybe it is. eBay's got a huge issue with that. It used to be able to go in and change the name of your store, and it would match the URL. And I don't know if they fixed it. They possibly could have fixed it, and I'm not aware. So the problem is that mine, if you were to look in the URL, says Jack and Sally's Emporium, which is what I named the store several years ago. But when I started to do a niche down to this business, and I came up with How Groovy Is This, and the .com was available, when that .com was available, the URL, I don't know, maybe eBay's changed it and I should check, but it's a problem, eBay. If, you know, we all change, our businesses evolve, maybe what we're selling now won't be what we're selling in 5 years, and you're gonna want your store to kind of match that, right? So, I don't know, I'll check that out and see. Maybe they fixed it, but you used to be able to just go in, and they'd only let you do it every so often, of course. So they basically need, so I understand databases, and that's basically how most software is driven, is in a database where they store it. And so they basically just need to create a new table, eBay. Just, come on. I can't be the only one complaining about it. I don't complain about much eBay does. I can't even keep up. Lately, the app has just blossomed. Wow. I don't know. You know, you have to remember, I was selling on eBay before there were apps. And you had to go through like 4 screens to get something listed. And I could just, you know, not only am I old, I'm old on eBay. 18 years is a long time. And most of those years, I actually sold. There wasn't very many years that I took off. So, you can see that one I sleeved it together. I didn't have one that was going to fit, so I just did that. So 10 ounces. I don't even have it open. All right, we just got 8 more to do. If you're still sticking with me, thanks. I appreciate it. You're welcome to ask me questions in the comments. I'll try to get those answered for you. Again, if you've been selling on eBay for 1 to 2 years, in my opinion, you're a newbie. So, funny story on this house. We came to buy this house. We actually bought it the day after it was listed. It checked all the boxes for us. The house does need to be renovated, but that's okay. That's actually a fun thing for me to do. And but the funny thing is I was really worried they weren't going to take our offer on the house. And actually our offer was just, we basically offered them full price on the house. We felt it was very, it was listed at a good price, and we didn't want somebody coming in and swooping in and losing the house for $10,000. So basically we've got a 900 square foot house with a 240 square foot outbuilding that's pretty new. And I use that for my extra eBay inventory. It's got a single car garage, 2 bedrooms, 900 square feet, and we bought it for $250,000. And we're going to be able to build our warehouse, which we're going to start real soon. And I'll be sure to document that. That was a big reason why we came to, I guess I can't talk and work at the same time. The big reason why we came out here is a couple reasons. One is because it's much more inexpensive to live here than it was in Phoenix. And we have the ability to be able to pay off our house, hopefully, before we retire in a couple of years. And the county we're in Fentress, basically doesn't have hardly any building codes. So I can build a warehouse or a shop, whatever you want to call it. I think we've finally decided we're gonna go with like a 1,500 square foot shop. But we can build it on our property. And they're not very expensive. In Phoenix, if we had stayed in Phoenix, I eventually would have had to rent a space. And to rent even like 1,000 square feet would probably cost me, I'm trying to remember, like $1,500 a month to rent it. And it just was crazy. And it is absolutely beautiful to die for out here. I've been out here since the end of June, and I have nothing. The weather's fine. I love it. So that was a big reason why we came out here. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I talked about that a lot. I talked about moving to Tennessee a ton. And I believe in the law of attraction. And if you think it, your mindset, it'll just happen. And it happened. So I'm going to take you guys along for the ride once we get working on that warehouse. And hopefully with that space, I'll be able to organize, become more streamlined, do things quicker, get more listed, because that's kind of the name of the game on any online platform is you got to get a lot of product out there. You got to get your name out there. You got to do some marketing. You got to do some Instagram. Now, in all fairness, I haven't done any of that, but I'm going to. So how many we got left? We got 6 left. Gosh, I can find so much to talk about eBay. I love eBay. Oh, anyway, I think I started to tell you, man, I go down so many rabbit holes. So anyway, when we were looking about the house, and I was telling my realtor, we really want it. And I was looking at some of the pictures online, and funny story, in that outbuilding, I saw a bunch of black and yellow totes. And then I saw some of the labels. I zoomed in and I saw some of the labels, and it said like men's shirts, all that kind of stuff. And then I saw some eBay tape, and I knew for sure that these were eBay resellers. So I told my realtor, you tell them that I'm an eBay reseller, because, you know, sometimes it makes a difference, right? If there is multiple offers, it would make a difference, and, you know, maybe it would be a way for us to connect with them. So he evidently, the realtor never told him. So whatever, realtors, is what it is. So anyway, so when I met them, and I was very fortunate and very happy and very lucky to meet these people, and their names Tammy and Buddy, and they resell on eBay. And they had been on eBay for a little over a year when I met them, and they were selling clothes, and a way to supplement their retirement, kind of like what I've talked to you guys about, that I'm trying to set up this business so it will help us to fund our retirement. And so anyway, they had been on for a while, and so I was talking to them one day, and I promised to help them. They didn't ask me in the beginning, and I never push it on them. So I told them I was selling. I told them how much I was selling, and so they reached out to me one day, and come to find out, they had like 1,400 items listed, and they didn't realize that a store would save them money at that point, because they didn't realize at the time that you can get away with not having a store, but you're going to pay for every one of those listings. eBay's going to make you pay them every 30 days if they stay on. So they've gotten a store, and they're learning. You know, they went out and bought a whole bunch of stuff. I talked to them the other night when they very first started. They bought a bunch of inventory, kind of for a write-off too, because when you first start a small business, when you do your taxes, you can do cash. So basically you can write off your whole death pile. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. That I will tell you, don't create a death pile, because that's a huge waste of resources. You want to sell your items fast, and you want to list them properly. You want to have good photos, and sometimes you just, you know, maybe you need like 30 or 60-day death pile, but no more than that. So I will tell you, I probably have more than that right now, but I'm telling you, don't do it. Let me get all these to fit into a bag. My mailman has not left me any bags recently, so I'm going to have to ask him for some bags. Okay, never mind. I'll do that after the video. But I really thought, what a small world that the people we bought the house from sold on eBay. And I'm hoping I can help them with their sales and all of that kind of stuff. I love being able to help people. Angela and Angie, who lived across the street, they started eBay, selling on eBay collectibles. They have an amazing, they get some amazing collectibles. And so I help them with how to ship, and I help mentor them in the beginning. They're doing amazing. They just hit their 999th sale a couple weeks ago. So proud of them. So proud of them. They refused to buy a label printer, and I will tell you that it saves you time and it helps you to be more efficient. So once you realize that this is something you want to stick with, I would tell you to buy a label printer. So they hit that, and I sent them a label printer because I knew they would never buy one, and then they would work for me too. They were a ton of help getting stuff listed and stuff added to inventory and breaking down the baby gear, and they were awesome. I couldn't be at the point that I'm at today without them. Thank you, Angela and Angie. I tell them all the time. Oh, this is a weird thing, and I don't know how this happened, and maybe it's something that I did, but I got a couple listings, and they got listed as cylinder rolls or something like that. And so the shipping comes up like $8.76. It's a 2-ounce item. Actually, it's a 1-ounce item, and it should be $4.76. The problem is that I go in there to change the shipping, and I can't because there's active orders, and then I forget to do it. I know just because the shipping comes up and it's super high. It's super high. Let's see. So Tennessee. So I haven't done a proper job with my leaves. I have leaves everywhere on my property. I'm sure the neighbors are like, huh. The nice part about living, we have almost 5 acres, and everybody here has a minimum of 5 acres. A lot of people have 10 and 15. We're not super close to our neighbors. So, you know, it's not like they have to look at my messy property. It's kind of messy right now. But I'm doing pretty good in the cold. All right, so eBay. Let's talk about eBay. That's what this is all about, is eBay. What else can we talk about? 761. I know for a lot of you who are new, that you probably don't understand. I hear a lot of complaining, especially when I go on YouTube, and I can't do it. I can't listen to those people. I'm a firm believer that if you talk to people or you listen to people like that, that negativity just grows within you. Staying positive is just the way to go. I feel it is, I'm very lucky to be able to be on the platform, and it's a great platform for a small cottage industry business like myself to use. So I don't really get into those people that complain a lot. And I know if you've not been on the platform very long, you don't understand the evolution of eBay. You don't understand how much has been involved in eBay. So you want to leave me nasty comments below, you're more than welcome. But I think eBay does an amazing job. What do I have left? 3 more orders. 3 more orders. Stick with me, people. Stick with me. Although, you know, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to finish these last 3 items really quick, and then I'm going to come back on and we'll talk just a little bit more. So hang on, okay? You won't want to miss this next part. Okay, I have gotten everything packed in the bag. I am out of actually all my great USPS bags. So when I'm out, I use a clear bag, outdoor bag, so that way if it starts sprinkling or something, or helps protect it, and makes it a lot easier for my mail carrier to put it in his car. So let's just take this out. I'll show you a little bit of what my property looks like from the front door. There's Jack and Sally. They're amazing. They love it here. I don't think they miss the heat of Arizona at all. Yeah, Arizona does have some good weather, but I feel like I get more good weather here than I did in Arizona, at least so far. We'll see how I feel. Look, I got me a Grinch tree. So that's where I keep all my inventory, right over there. And that's my outbuilding that I use. I'll show you that one day. This is from my property. All the leaves have fallen off because it's December, but I think they start coming back in like April. So that's going to be it for today. Well, that's it for today. I didn't have any kind of common theme. Please ignore the squeaky toy in the background. That is my boxer, Sally. She loves to chew on squeaky toys. So anyway, if you like this video or haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I encourage you. I am a very fully transparent eBay reseller, and I'm here to help, and I love to help. So as always, I hope you all just have a groovy day.